let's just take a look and see what's coming through for you in the month of May. I hope all of you had a happy birthday, if that was your birthday month of April. And let's see how we're going to maneuver into the next 4 weeks. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. So if you do want to check out the other readings, please feel free to do so. And then we'll see kind of how it all mingles together. Maybe if there's something that comes through, we can make sure that there's some clarity with some oracle cards. Doing a little bit of a different spread this time. So it's not something that I have done on camera before. I have done it in readings before, but this is just to see kind of what's going through. So we're going to be focusing on general as well as love this time. So I'm just going to see what information we get through for you guys. First card out. King of Wands. Okay, so he could be representing somebody who is very, very entrepreneurial. It could be yourselves or a part of yourselves. A Sagittarius, Aries or Leo man coming into your life, or maybe you've had an issue with this person because sometimes they can be very determined in their opinion. They can be quite open with their opinion, really. So I suppose you could say a bit antagonistic occasionally if they're not getting their own way. Similarly, it could be somebody who comes forwards and thinks they know everything. But you do have a good little balance here, the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, he comes over with a sense of well-being for you to actually act. You know, you may be feeling, okay, actually, I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to say what I need to say in order to continue my life's purpose. Especially with him, I do think that your opinions, you're going to kind of go to bat, I think, with him. These two cards, I feel like somebody, you're going to go to bat for yourself. You're going to go to defend yourself. There's something here as well that I think that you're probably going to try and find where you're meant to be in the world and where you fit in, or how the world fits you, because there is starting to feel like there's a shift coming for you, Aries. There's something different. There's something maneuvering into the next stage, into the next phase, something that you may be having a clash about somebody, their opinion is saying no, don't do it, and you're like, no, I want to do it. So it could be that a wise advisor or a partner or somebody who doesn't want you to move abroad or move back or something, they're being quite limiting in the way that you are being expressed here. So let's just have a look. Oh, we have the Devil card. So again, yeah, there's somebody who may be giving you an ultimatum this month. It could even be somebody at work, to be honest. Either you accept this lower pay or this less experience, or you get out. Or, you know, we can't do anything more for you, so if you want more, then tough, basically. It could be that you're tempted, because of the ultimatum, to sacrifice your dreams and to sacrifice what you're wanting. So if you, for instance, are looking at this thinking, oh, well, I'm trying my best, and, you know, if they feel like I have to do such and such, then absolutely fine, I can do this. But what the cards are trying to say is that you are in the middle here. You're kind of going to war with somebody. You're going to say, no, this is my path and it's none of your business. But then they could come around and try and windle you back and be a sort of, okay, I just want you to know that we'd appreciate you. We'll give you some more money, maybe. We'll give you some nice trinkets and extras in order for you to stay. How about that? It could even be, if you are coupled or wanting to be, something in between you and this other person that's kind of forcing you into to stay in the doldrums of something, or to keep at the same level as you are. Whether it's insecurity, whether it's the feeling of imprisonment, whether it's a feeling of hopelessness. It could also be gambling. I think something for some of you are quite, actually, I don't think it might be you, but I think somebody around you may be very focused on gambling and taking a risk, even literally putting money in slots and stuff. So it could be something that they are wanting to, like a vice, you know, something that they have that they can't really shake. There's an addiction energy there. So it could be that you're trying your best to focus on this, but their addiction kind of keeps getting in the way, or you're addicted to how you feel with them, and that's making you feel a little bit out of sorts. Something that my guides have also told me just now is the fact that you may be addicted to a certain situation. And it's not saying, oh, you need to get help for it. If you need help, you know where to go and ask for it. But the main thing is that if you are addicted to feeling how you want to feel with this person, it may rob you from progression. It may rob you from actually going further and actually seeing where you're supposed to be. You have the Page of Cups, so expression may be your saviour this time. Page of Cups is very strong in regards to creativity. I get this a lot recently in personal readings and everything else. It feels like it's kind of a universal card, and it's saying you need to be focused on yourself, on your own well-being, never mind everybody else's. So this very down-to-earth, emotionally balanced synchronicity, you need to start looking at the feelings that are coming through you. If you feel, oh, hang on a second, my intuition is telling me to do something here, obey that intuition, because it could be that, you know, the bigger cards are fencing you in. So this is kind of how I'm looking at it. The bigger cards are fencing you in. They're trying to enable you to see the future, but at the same time, I think it's a fire sign element or a masculine element coming in to kind of force you in. Now, this could be something that your father entrained in you when you were younger, or somebody of a higher standing has entrained in you, a boss or a loved one or a teacher who said always in their teachings, do this first. And it could be that you're kind of limited, but your expression still needs to flow, it still needs to be there. Page again, Page of Wands. So this is kind of telling you that you can take a change in your journey. You can alter where you need to be. I'm just going to focus with one of these. It's a little unicorn pencil. I just want to show you that with here, his little kitty is walking off in this direction, showing you another way that you can go. And the page is very curious, and he's kind of thinking, oh, well, maybe there is an answer over here. Maybe what's the harm in walking away that way or traveling that way? And again, he's got his little rucksack on his back. He's got his little life in that one bag. So it could be that when you travel, that the King of Wands is saying, you stay here, or you go over here, or this is your limitation. With this one, it's kind of saying if you do travel, there will be more ways to get there, or there may maybe even be more ways to get what you want than what you currently see. So I think that's very important for you to know, is that there are more avenues to take, and there are different ways that you can approach this to get what you want. You don't have to force yourself to stay in a company you hate, either literal company or somebody's company. You don't have to force yourself to stay there. Then we have the Justice card. So this is contracts. This could be you dealing with somebody else's karma as well. You may be reluctant to sign on for another few years. You may be reluctant to commit to that wedding, or to commit to renewing your vows, or commit to signing the house with somebody else. This could be something that you foresee, or you want more control over it, or you want it in your own name, you know. So something you really want is to accept the responsibility of your decisions. But also, this is a cause and effect. So whatever goes before, what decisions you make, it will affect your future. And I think that's something that a lot of us forget. You know, we deliberate and deliberate and deliberate, and then we go, okay, we'll do this. Well, unexpected answers may come from this, and unexpected effects may come from this. If you can, I would say always look into the fine print of any situation. It doesn't matter if it's legal, a job, or signing or something. The fine print is always there, even in the small interactions with somebody. So you need to look between the lines sometimes, between what they're saying, between the words they're using, what their silences mean. This could also be that you're here to deliver karma. So it could be the fact that you're trying to be sensible, or focus on certain things within your life, that you want to have a fine balance. You want to make sure it's very strong for you. I mean, the new moon for May is on the 4th, and it's going to be in your second house of Taurus. And your second house is very much about finances and the way that you look at your income, your family life, the way that you want to control the nicer things in your life, the good stuff, like the, oh, I want to buy this appliance, or I want to go here. this is the nicer stuff. So it could be that you're having disagreements or wanting to what are they called? Renovate. That's it. Renovate something about your home, or change where you come from, or change a way that you get income. But there's limitations coming from all sides, and so there's a way that you can get through that with it being a very strict, very practical Taurus. I feel this is going to be a really strong time for you. I honestly do. Because you can look at this new moon on the 4th of May and go, oh, I know exactly what I need to do here. I know who's holding me back and how to found my way forwards. Now, your co-ruler of Scorpio, well, not co-ruler, but Mars rules Scorpio as well as yourself. You have the full moon on the 18th of May in Scorpio. So this will bring in a sense of changes, endings. 8th house is very much about taboo. It's about other people's money, spouse's money, the things you're not meant to talk about. I think because you've got 2 pages here, which are about messages and communication, you are going to start talking about that stuff. And it may be difficult, but you have to use your judgment, your very strong intuition to get the results that you need. Now I'm just going to see what this one is. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Time to play. Maybe it's a time for a gamble of your own. You know, maybe other people say, well, you can't do it if it's not concrete results. And sure, 4th of May, new moon in Taurus may dictate that you have to be sure of the results before you do it. But as far as I can see from here, there's such a strong destiny, turning point for you coming through that I think if you dilly-dallied or just was focusing too much on what other people say or what your partner decrees or the issues that are currently going through here, or that, you know, waiting for things to be finalized, waiting for things to open up to you rather than going and knocking on the door and asking it to be opened. I honestly believe that this would cause more issues than just kind of standing still and waiting for things to happen around you. I'm just going to get a Whispering Woods card. I have one hand because the other one has been claimed by my cat, who is rubbing and biting my fingers. Can I have my hand back, please? Thank you. Just for a minute. Thank you. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly shuffle. Alright, see. This one wants to come out. Oh, you have 2. How interesting. They're kind of flip side up. So this is Forbearance, which has not come out before. This one says, do not be deterred by the thorn amidst the roses. It's the devil here. Don't be deterred by, oh, well, you know, it's beautiful, it may look nice, but you're going to get hurt. You know, that feeling of, you know, you want to take a risk. But some people are so downtrodden about everything that you don't want to take advantage of that situation, that you don't want to do this, that you don't want to, you know, try. No, do it. Ignore the people who, the naysayers. Ignore the naysayers. And then you can reconnect. So I think if you ignore the people who are trying to put you off, you can reconnect. Secrets lurk in the captive shadows deep in the woods. This basically means that the answers lie within yourself. We all know about shadow self, a higher self. The insecurities you have may be played upon and picked upon by certain people who are around you, by the people who don't want you to progress, who don't want you to succeed, because either it will take you away from them or they will not be able to replace you, either or. I think this is very much about reconnecting with who you are, what you desire, how you want to get it, and the way that you want to go about getting it. You know, that feeling of, okay, I want to get this by hard work. How am I going to apply hard work onto this? Or I want to go and ask somebody. Okay, how am I going to ask somebody? Make sure that you figure things out before you jump into it, because then I think you'll have a good idea of where you're going to land with this. But Aries, I hope that you have a brilliant month ahead. If you'd like a personal reading with me, all the links are in the description box below. If you'd like to let me know how things go for you, leave a comment. I love reading them. And thank you so much for liking, sharing and thumbing up and all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing what comes through for you in the near future. I will be doing a mid-month update. But in the meantime, blessed be, and I'll speak to you guys very, very soon.